All right, guys, the last 3 months have been pretty much up only price action across most markets, okay? Almost 3 months. If I just drag this over, you can see it's 81 days, right, since we broke the previous all-time highs. And to me, I'm of the belief of the very thing I put on the chart here, that all-time high breakouts can be some of the most profitable times to trade if you stop fighting the trend. For me, this has been an amazing month. Specifically, this last month of uptrend has been amazing for me. But in the very same month, I've heard a lot of traders talk about how they think that this is hard to trade and how they've been struggling, okay? And I think that's because a lot of traders, they have these three core beliefs, right? They think that all-time highs are for shorting, or they think that the top must be near whenever price hits all-time high, or they think that the smart thing to do is just to fade every new high that's being made, okay? What I want to teach you today is that when price is breaking out of all-time highs, you just want to disable the red button. You don't want to think about shorting, right? You just want to keep the bias that the market is going higher until proven otherwise, okay? Most days are more difficult, right? Because you need to form a bias. Are we going up? Are we going down, right? But when we are in such a strong uptrend, just forget about shorting and just look for opportunities to get long, okay? That's what I'm going to show you in this video, all right? So we broke out of we made a new all-time high July 1st, pretty much, okay? All right, so the first thing, the all-time high line is an extremely important bias point, right? As soon as we start to break over, this is your point of bias, pretty much. So if we trade under it, you want to be careful because that could be the fake breakout. But as long as we're above it, that's just submit to the trend and look for higher prices, okay? Now, I'll use the last month of price action specifically just because July and August, that was summer holidays, low volume, kind of choppy, but I'll show you how easy it can be if you just submit to the trend, okay? I use my own custom indicator to show me the trend, kind of show me the pacing of the market. So that combined with other points of interest, that could be, order blocks. I have several videos on the channel already explaining the strategy, but that's what I'm going to use. So every single day, let's just do from September onwards, this trend. Every single day, I came to the market and I was just looking for reasons to be bullish, okay? So let's see, September. Every single day, I would be like, all right, where would it make sense for price to move from? Well, let's use the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour was really clean at the beginning of September, okay? So as you can see, break above this high, break of structure. Here's an order block in the indicator as well. Just looking for points of interest where it would make sense to be bullish. And then within those high time frame points of interest, you use your low time frame entry model, right? So this day, right at open, 4 o'clock my time, boom, great reaction from the high time frame point of interest. You could have looked for a low time frame entry here, right? This day, again, 4 o'clock, right at open. What do we have? We have my trend indicator displaying the trend, and we have another order block, right? So in there, you could have found a low time frame entry. Next day, right? Now this is the evening, right? So, if you're trading during the evening, PM session, same thing again, order block, reason to be bullish, low time frame entry in there, right? Let's see. So here, this is where the trend indicator is good because here you can see that we're not really touching it anymore. So that means that the pacing of the market has kind of increased. So I would zoom in to a lower time frame and you can see that now we're kind of trending faster. So now we're trending on the 1-hour cloud here, right? So same thing again, we're looking for reasons to be bullish. What time is that? 10 o'clock in the morning? If you were trading London session, you had a great reason to be bullish there, right? High time frame point of interest, you have a sweep, you can probably find a low time frame entry model there. Again, same thing here. What do we have? Order block. Boom, sweep, you can get in, right? Same thing here. I don't know if we would have found anything. What time is it? It's about opening time, right? So again, here we start to lose the trend. So again, the pacing of the market is changing. So what do I do here? I zoom out to the other time frame, right? And again, we are now being caught by the 4-hour trend, right? Again, we have an order block. Again, this is right around market open. It's not actually, it is. So again, in the here, we will look for reasons to be bullish, okay? Again, now we can see that we're not really touching the 4-hour cloud, so we would zoom in, all right? And we would look at the 1 hour. And I remember this price action really well because I traded this a bunch. It was like these days were just extremely easy. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because for me, this was so easy. I have my trend indicator, I have my order blocks. I was just looking for low time frame entries in here, and it just kept working every single day, right? Every single day, it just kept working. Let's do some more examples. So here is market open again. What do we have? Order blocks, wick into the trend, boom, easy, right? Same thing here. And so basically what I'm trying to say with this video is that all you need to do when prices are at all-time highs and breaking out is find reasons to be bullish, okay? Don't look for reasons to be bearish. Don't try to call the top. Calling the top is extremely difficult, right? And it's much more fruitful to just look for longs. Just submit to the trend, wait for price to get into support, and then just look for longs, okay? What most people do, okay, I'll show you, is they keep getting run over because every high is an SFP, right? So let's do this as an example, right? So people will mark out this high, right? Let me make this thinner. They'll mark out this high, right? We'll go. And they'll be like, oh, that's a sweep, right? This candle is going to be a sweep. And then they'll get run over. And they'll keep doing the same thing, right? Oh, we swept the highs. Swept the highs, and now we're going to look for a low time frame entry on the 5 minute or the 1 minute, whatever, and they're going to get ran through again, right? And it just happens every single time. Like people are going to call SFP again here, right? I'm a few candles ahead. Again here, sweep. People are going to be like, oh, we swept the highs. Now we're going to look for a long time frame entry for a short. No, you're going to get fucked, right? Same thing over and over and over again. Like, don't try to look for the SFP that leads to the breakdown. It's like, yes, if you catch the actual breakdown, that's going to be a fantastic trade. But it's like looking for that one trade when you could have taken all of these all the way up. In my opinion, it's just a waste of time. All right. So this is just a short video explaining that when we are at all-time highs, just submit to the trend. I mean, look at this. I have so many people texting me every day and be like, oh, it looks like we're downtrending now. Market has gone to a downtrend. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, we've literally been straight up, not just the last 3 months after we broke all-time highs, but since April, right? Almost half a year, we've been straight up. Like, where is the downtrend? Like, people need to zoom out and they need to just submit to the trend, okay? So hopefully this video kind of explains that. Don't look for all the low time frame bullshit to call the top. Look for the low time frame entries that aligns with the high time frame trend. And I don't want to hear from anyone that this is not an uptrend, right? This is a huge uptrend. Maybe this video will mark the top. I don't know. But so far, this is an uptrend and it needs to be treated as such, okay? So don't try to catch crazy shorts until this trend starts to break, all right? See you in the next one.